Hi, I'm Kurt Doty. We are creating some sneak peeks of our podcast RealmIQ sessions. In this session, I'm talking with Neil Leach. He investigates the potential of AI to transform architectural design, construction processes, and the conceptualization of space, highlighting his active involvement in the integration of AI within the architectural field. One cool dude. Let's listen in.
Thought AI was going to be terrific and have a huge benefit for society, but there was also a dark side to it. And I managed to persuade my publishers to change my book into two separate books. One was going to be a white book, or a book with a white cover, which is published. That was the one that was published, Architecture in the Age of Artificial Intelligence, which was like, the angel, the good side of things. And one is going to have a black cover, the dark side, the Black Mirror episode, as it were, of AI. And I think it's important to beware of both. But my view is that AI is not inherently negative. It's just a tool. And like any tool, it's a question of who uses it and for what. I mean, I can use a kitchen knife to cut up my vegetables, or I can murder you. But don't blame the tool. It's the person using it. And so it's not evil, but I think it is incredibly capable. And it's precisely because it's so capable that it might actually have an impact on jobs. I think it will have an impact on jobs. People often say, my colleagues say, oh, no, it won't take jobs away. It'll just help us. It'll make things a lot easier and it'll be a fantastic benefit. Well, yes, but research has come out, recent research from Harvard and MIT, that has shown that people can achieve much more quickly, and a much higher quality by using AI. Now, that's fantastic. But it also, if people can achieve much more, it means you probably don't need quite so many in that field. And I think everybody in the field, in the head of the field, they're all warning us. They're saying that down the road, we'll have to reconcile this. And I think that's undoubtedly the case. We will adapt. We will adapt in a way that, that's what we do. That's what human beings do. We adapt, and it'll be a new world. If you think some of the societal changes in the last few years, I mean, if 50 years ago you'd said, well, most marriages would end up in divorce, you'd think, oh my God, it's the end of society. But we have that now. That's the situation, and we've survived. We've found a new way of operating. And I think the same will be true with AI. I think that we will have to adapt to a world in which there is perhaps not so much work, where we don't necessarily constitute our identity through our primary occupation, but we do other things. And I think we'll just move on and we'll adapt to that. The key issue, of course, is going to be a socio-political sort of question about how do you, or economic one rather, how do you finance a society where that is happening? Is it going to be possible to tax all the tech companies and find the revenue for, let's say, a universal basic income or whatever? I think, especially in the States, that might be quite difficult.
Yeah.
But for sure, those are the questions that we're going to face. So, I think that the only constant in life is change, and it's going to change, and it's going to adapt. We've lost many things in the past that we never thought we'd lose, and we haven't even noticed. We haven't worried about it. I recall when I was a student, I would go on holiday somewhere. I would buy a reel of films, and I would get it processed afterwards. We don't have those anymore. We don't process films. Most camera shops have gone out of business because people have got they've got cameras on their iPhones. So the world is changing. We are adapting, and I'm not worried about the future, but it will be certainly a very different future. I just think that it's important to be aware of these things and to prepare for these things in advance. Otherwise, we will be, as it were, sleepwalking into oblivion. And I think that the profession of architecture, what it needs to design is not a series of new buildings. It needs to design its own future, because that is the real challenge right now. And I just simply say, just to finish off, that I think that education really is the crucial issue.
And thanks to all of you for tuning in, and catch more of our RealmIQ sessions on your favorite podcast platforms. Please follow and smash that subscribe button. Hey, are you the next AI unicorn? If so, you have to visit RealmIQ.com to learn about the AI accelerator program we call SmartTrack. This is an 8-week program where we help founders by offering comprehensive support in strategy, product development, branding, team building, and securing investor access. Our services span the entire spectrum, catering to both nascent startups and growth stage companies, with a special emphasis on those in later stages demonstrating proven revenue. Learn more at realmiq.com/startups.
RealmIQ. Book your corporate AI workshop today.
KurtDoty.co. Branding, marketing and product development.